Welcome back to OT Sports and welcome back to conference tournament predictions. We're predicting all 32 college basketball conferences right here on this channel, so make sure you subscribe. If you are new, turn on the noties to make sure you don't miss out on any of our uploads. We uploaded 4 prediction videos yesterday. We're doing 3 today, probably 3 tomorrow, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. We're picking all 32 of them before March Madness, which is we're about 2 weeks away from Selection Sunday right now. Yeah, very exciting time to be on the channel. As always, my Discord next are linked in the description. You can join that. You can follow that, whatever you'd like to do. But let's take a look at this bracket. They set it up a little bit differently than typical conferences. It's a lot very similar to the West Coast Conference with Gonzaga and St. Mary's, where the higher seeds get definitely a bigger advantage than the lower seeds, which I'm not really too sure how I feel about it. It definitely, I like that it gives an advantage to the better teams, but also it really limits the potential for Cinderella runs in these conference tournaments. So there's some pros and cons. I don't really love it or hate it. It's just kind of there. It's just different. So yeah, the Ohio Valley, actually a pretty competitive league. The top 3 seeds all tied with the same record at 14-4 in conference. So this is kind of just how the tiebreaker played out. There's definitely, a team that I think is far ahead of the rest. You'll see who that team is in just a little bit. But yeah, so let's just get right into the predictions. So the 5 versus 8 matchup, Tennessee State taking on the University of Southern Indiana. So this one is a little bit interesting, but not too much. Southern Indiana is the lowest ranked KenPom team in terms of the teams who made the conference tournament, because there are 3 teams that for some reason just aren't in it. I don't know if that's how this conference does it, but this is the official bracket that I found for this conference. So yeah, Southern Indiana outside the top 300 overall in KenPom. They are outside the top 300 in offense, and they're just inside the top 300 in defense. So pretty lackluster team here. Not too much good going for them. Tennessee State is a little bit better. They're 17-14 overall, top 300 overall. They're top 300 in offense and top 250 in defense. So I will go with them, but I'm not really too high on either of these teams. Now the 6 versus 7 matchup, SIU Edwardsville taking on Eastern Illinois, and for some reason I feel like Eastern Illinois might just go on a run in this tournament. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling about them. It's nothing really, like, their numbers aren't great. A little bit better than Southern Indiana's. I mean, they're 14-17 overall. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling that they can do something in this tournament. They're 3-17 overall in the country, which is not great. But they have a alright defense, I guess, top 250, but the offense being outside of the top 300 doesn't look too pretty for them. SIU Edwardsville is 291 overall. They're actually a more efficient team than Tennessee State is overall. They got just outside the top 250 in offense and 280 in defense. So I will go with them. They're just better in all categories, and my gut feeling, I mean, they do say never go against your gut, but I'm doing it here. I'm just going to go with the KenPom numbers. They're higher in pretty much everything than Eastern Illinois. And to be honest, I don't think either of them would get out of this next round, but we'll save that for, in a couple of seconds here. Moving up to the 4 versus 5, I believe that is Western Illinois. Yeah, it is. It's Western Illinois. Sorry, I was tripping up a little bit. Yeah, so Western Illinois is the 4 seed in this conference. They're taking on Tennessee State, who gained a little bit of momentum, which definitely is important in these conference tournaments. Western Illinois is just outside the top 250 overall in KenPom. They're 20-11 on the year. Almost outside of the top 300 in offense, but the defense is very good, 163. I'm actually going to take them here. I was thinking about Tennessee State, but their numbers just don't really match up to Western Illinois. Western Illinois has a very solid defense, above average compared to the rest of the country. And Tennessee State just, I mean, they're almost outside the top 300 overall. They're barely top 250 in defense, and their offense is barely top 300. So I got to go with Western Illinois there, but I definitely did consider Tennessee State to move on to the semifinals, but I ultimately did go with the higher seed. 3 seed taking on the 6 seed here, Morehead State taking on SIU SIU Edwardsville. So yeah, they are, pretty high in KenPom, I guess you could say, compared to some of the other teams in this conference, but they just really don't compare to Morehead State. Morehead State is 23-8 overall. They are a very well-rounded team. They're at 123 overall in KenPom. They're the highest-ranked team in this conference. They got a 129th in offense and a 132 in defense. So, yeah, like I said, very well-rounded team. They're the only team who's positive in KenPom. The rest of the teams are negative on average. So, offense minus defense, they are losing points per 100 possessions, every other team except for Morehead State. So I will take them here. They have the best overall record in this conference. They have the best KenPom numbers. I'm going to go with them to knock off the 6 seed. Little Rock taking on Western Illinois. And I definitely did consider Western Illinois here. They are the 4th highest ranked KenPom team in this conference. But, compared to Little Rock, I just really don't see it. I think Little Rock is definitely one of the 2 best teams in this conference. They're 192 overall in KenPom, 163 in offense, 246 in defense. So the defense does lag behind a little bit, but Western Illinois isn't really much better. I mean, they're better defensively, but I think Little Rock is overall the better team and more complete. They have the 1 seed for a reason. I'll take them to win this one. But I wouldn't put it past Western Illinois to make it to the conference title game, but I'm going to take Little Rock here. I think they're the better team in this one. And then the 2 versus 3, this one is very tough. UT Martin taking on Morehead State. Tennessee Martin is 220 overall in KenPom. Their offense is very good, 173 in offense, 269 in defense. So I did end up going with Morehead State. They're just overall better when you look at offense and defense and just overall. I mean, they just outmatch them in every category, and I think Morehead State is just the most complete team in this conference. They have the highest ranked offense in this conference. They have the highest ranked defense in this conference. And yeah, like I said, they're the only team who's positive in terms of offense minus defensive efficiency per 100 possessions. So ultimately, I'm going to take Morehead State to knock off Little Rock for that same exact reason. I just think they're the most complete team. And yeah, I just think they're the best team in this conference. This is, surprisingly, they are actually the favorite to win this tournament, even as the 3 seed. It does hurt them though. They have to play one more game than the top 2 seeds. So maybe that helps them in the long run actually, because they might be getting some momentum, but I don't know. There's positives and negatives. They get some momentum, but also they might be tired out because a lot of these conferences play games back to back to back to back. We'll see. But I am going to go with Morehead State. And, like I said, I just think they're the most well-rounded and just the best team in this conference. So yeah, that's going to do it for the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament predictions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go check out the other college basketball conference tournament videos. We got 6 other ones, 7 if you include this one. We did 4 yesterday, 3 today, probably 3 tomorrow, and then so on and so forth. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on any of these videos. Turn on the notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out, because like I said, we are posting plenty of content right now. As always, my Discord and X are linked in the description. You could join that, you could follow that, whatever you'd like to do. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. We got 2 very huge conferences we're doing tomorrow. we're doing the Missouri Valley and the West Coast Conference. So both those leagues have the potential to be multi-bid leagues. So yeah, definitely two very important conferences. Definitely the two best we will have done once we make those tomorrow. So you guys don't want to miss out on those. Make sure you tune in to that tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you guys in those videos tomorrow.